Hey, what up fellas? Leafy's gone. He's not here anymore. So apparently his account was terminated due to multiple or severe violations of YouTube's policies prohibiting content designed to harass, bully, or threaten. I think this policy is shit. The harass and bully part of that policy should not exist because harassment and bullying can be conflated with criticism depending on how sensitive you are. For me, what Leafy was doing was valid criticism of Pokimane. He wasn't slandering her or defaming her, right? He was not telling lies to try to ruin her reputation. I don't think that's okay. That's something that they should not allow on this site because you're just lying about people. But if you are exposing the truth, simply taking her clips, showing it, and criticizing that, which is what I think he was doing, that's okay, completely fine. That is valid criticism. Okay, some people are gonna say, well, he called her ugly. That's bullying. Maybe, but it's so light that you're pretty much saying that insulting someone is bullying. Plus, I mean, is it really an insult to say to someone that you're not attracted to her? To what degree can we say that insulting someone becomes bullying and harassment? Okay, in terms of harassment, how many videos do you have to make before your actions become harassment? Leafy milked the situation for all he could. So I'm not subscribed to him, but often his videos got recommended to me by YouTube, and I looked at them, and the title had almost nothing to do with his content. I think his content is crap, other than, you know, the first Pokimane Nuke video, the exposed video. I thought that one was good, but then after that, it was just crap. And his content is not very high effort content, but whatever. Anyways, so I don't think that this harassment policy should exist because it is subjective. Harassment and bullying is subjective, and like I said, what I think is criticism might be harassment and bullying for you, depending on how sensitive you are. There are rumors that Leafy got banned because of something that happened outside of YouTube, specifically on Twitter, where someone said someone needs to kill Pokimane with 1,000 likes. Holy fuck. People are nuts. And then Leafy responded with HDR recon scope. So pretty much approving or making a joke out of that statement. That statement should have simply been ignored. You can't seem to approve wanting to kill someone else. You can't make threats, I agree with that. Like real threats like this. But again, this happened outside of YouTube. Should YouTube be banning people for something that happens outside of YouTube? Plus, it's not like Leafy threatened Pokimane with death himself, right? He was, obviously he didn't respond well, but he was not the one making the threat. And I doubt he was serious in his approval to kill Pokimane. But yeah, pretty disgusting troll from him, but that's pretty much what Leafy does. The first thing I noticed when I saw Slasher announce this on Twitter, 4 women, verified accounts on Twitter from other streamers, female streamers, that were approving of this. And I find it very interesting how it's really women who push back on this. And they push back because they feel attacked, because another woman is being criticized. I mean, the criticism, as I said, in my opinion, is completely justified. So we can't criticize women? We can't criticize their simps? Okay, yeah. Obviously because that's bad for them and for their money, but no. Calm down, ladies. You can be criticized if you're a public figure, especially considering you make thousands of dollars from donations, so calm down. I saw other interesting comments on Twitter, like this guy who says that how can YouTube suspend Leafy? Essentially, well, in his opinion, essentially for no reason, but allow Logan Paul to display a corpse, Shane Dawson to be a predator, Jeffree Star to commit character assassination. Yeah, that's another thing, right? With the makeup community and their slander and shit. How is that not bullying? I would say that is even much worse in terms of bullying than what Leafy did to Pokimane. What these queens do to each other. So they don't get banned, but Leafy gets banned because he attacks the women, probably. Respect women. In terms of Pokimane's apology, I didn't make a video about that because I don't have much to say other than I thought the apology was fine. I think it was good. It looks sincere. She said also that she had nothing to do with Leafy's ban. I think I believe her. And then you have this piece of shit, Ethan Klein, one of the biggest hypocrite on YouTube, this sociopath, in my opinion. Remember when he made a statement before Leafy came back that he would love to see Leafy try and exist in today's current landscape. Then Leafy used that to mock him, but now that Leafy is gone, he retweeted that. So essentially, this fucking turd is celebrating censorship. The same thing that he fought against in court, if you recall, where all the community was behind him and supporting him, but when it's no longer about him, he doesn't give a fuck. Ethan Klein is one of the biggest pieces of shit on YouTube. I absolutely hate that guy. He's a man-child, he's vindictive, he's a narcissist, and he's a rich cunt now. And now that he's at the top, everyone who's below him, he doesn't give a fuck, right? He only aims for people who are above him. He respects people who are above him. People who are under him, gives no fuck. Just like when he invited that smaller YouTuber for like 20 minutes only and told him, essentially insinuated, you're not important enough for the whole show, so go sit down. We have more important things to do, peasant. We are royalty. He reminds me of, what's her name? That lesbian. That's not funny. What's her name? That lesbian? That, anyways, I don't remember her fucking name. That comedian girl. Apparently she mistreated her employees, and of course rich people came out to support her. Oh, she's never been mean to me. Of course, because some people are like that in life. They mistreat the janitor, but they treat their bosses well, because it's about your social status. And people like this absolutely disgust me. I think that Ethan Klein is like that lesbian stand-up comic girl thing, and it just shows to me that you are a terrible person with a horrible moral compass. But anyways, this video is not supposed to be about Ethan Klein. Going back to Leafy, if Leafy does not get reinstated and these harassment rules are applied the way they were applied this time, it might be the end for commentators on YouTube, because serious criticism will always be held back. Even if you make an effort to ignore those rules as much as possible, to try to be as true to yourself as possible and criticize the way you want to criticize, this is always going to be at the back of your mind, that this censorship thing might get you. And you know, I think about it, and I only have 38 subscribers. Do you imagine big YouTubers who can't really speak their mind the way they want to speak their mind because they're scared it's going to be thought of as harassment and bullying? Another thing too, remember the video I just posted about animals being tortured? So YouTube, apparently, as far as I know, does nothing about that channel, right? They don't care about them. Animals are being tortured for money, and I've reported it on many accounts. I've encouraged people to report it. Doesn't matter. I even reached out to them on Twitter. Doesn't matter. But Leafy makes fun of this mediocre girl who is a millionaire because of her simps, and he shut down. Beautiful platform, right? And the only reason why this platform is able to get away with being such incompetent assholes is because there's only one. They have a monopoly. If competition existed, we would see competence. But it doesn't exist. Anyways, I don't think Leafy should be banned. I don't think this policy should exist. I think Pokemon's apology was good and we should move on and stop attacking her now. This drama is over. But of course, if she does more shit, that is ridiculous. She deserves to get slapped, but I think she will probably grow from this and learn, which is good for her. And all these ladies who are so happy, get fucked.